vessels, okay? Retinal disorders, where the smallest capillaries are in the eyes, you know what I'm saying? People getting their foot cut off and things like that, amputations, because those are the vessels of the extremities, you see? So that's how you see that connection there as well.
Yes, sir.
You know, your arm might fall asleep in the middle, and you're getting up in the middle of the night, and you
painful.
got the tingles and stuff like that. You know
feel
what I'm saying?
paralyzed a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So our blood is getting more and more sludgy. You know what I mean? It's dragging, you know, it's not moving, and life is all about flow. When we look at games, what has the fans go crazy? Fast breaks. Hail Marys.
Break it down.
Right?
Yeah.
Running from one end to the court to another. How about somebody faking, jugging, getting through the whole curtain, making it all the way to the goal?
Right.
Right? It's the flow. How about when you see someone dance? It's the flow. How about when you see somebody on the microphone?
They flowing.
It's the flow.
Yeah.
You know, so everything's about flow state. You know,
Be my question. Yeah.
yeah.
It's the flow state.
The flow state, them gamma waves, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
High frequency.
No pun intended, but this whole conversation is flowing right now.
Right.
And what's like one of the craziest things, right? When you see LeBron James or Patrick Mahomes or, you know, any elite athlete or performer, they'll say, I was in the zone. And more importantly, I was in my flow state.
That's right. That's right.
How do we get our bodies and our hearts into that flow state of just being in the zone?
So, you know, meditation is real good, because people think meditation is like prayer. You're not supposed to ask for nothing when you meditate. Like that ain't what meditation is. To release everything out of your mind.
Right.
Like you want to just kind of be like still and connected. You see? And yeah, things will come to you. Things will arise from within, but you can't hear somebody in a rock and roll concert calling your name from the other side, because the music's so loud and there's 1,000 people chanting the song, you know? But if the power go out, you know what I'm saying, and everybody go home, or you can hear a pin drop.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So you want to hear that pin drop. Breathing is very important, because there's no flow like air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because water flows, but water flows in what it's contained in. Air flows in open space. You see what I'm saying? So you want to get your breath together. And then on top of that, like I said, you want to get in the sun. You want to get that charge. All of these different mechanisms that get you into an optimized state of being, put you in that flow state, because flow state doesn't need to just happen in a basketball game. It can happen in your home. It can happen in any aspect of your life where you painting the picture. It's when you're able to put your creative foot forward in the, or whatever work you need to do, and you just connect. You don't have to think about it. You're just in it. I know people done seen them videos of how some of these people be like laying brick, or they be working in these factories and stuff. And you think it's robots doing them, but it's a person, and they're not thinking as they tossing that stuff and picking the other one up.
Just flowing with it.
It's a rhythm.
It's second nature.
You know?
That's right.
So this is where music comes in. You know what I'm saying? Because God said, let there be light. God said. So before there was any light, there was sound. Because if, you know what I'm saying, you had to say to let there be light. Right. So sound came first. And what sound is a form of light. And when you combine water and sound, what you end up having now is something called somatics. You know, somatics is a process where, you know, people have a membrane and they'll put sand on it, and they'll have a speaker. The membrane is like something connected to a speaker, and you tune it to a certain frequency, and it plays that sound, and all of a sudden the sand starts to form into different geometrical figures.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Now you add water to that and charge to that, that stuff, it'll start rising and it'll come up. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you get into like life. You know, life is the kind of the rising, the mound. You know, how we talking about Kemet, and they were saying, you know, it was the indifferentiated ocean, and then this mound arose because there's no life without the rising up. A woman, how we know she pregnant?
When the womb and the belly starts to rise,
it's a rising up.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then the water breaks. And then crowning takes place.
The water breaks.
You know what I'm saying? All of these things.
This is good. Okay. Water, right? Dr. Cabo's book. I love it.